Hey, this is Damien of DSLRnerd.com. I want to talk tonight about how you can improve the Canon XSI, which is often a camera that a lot of people have. It's a nice entry-level DSLR. It's a 12 megapixel camera. Same size screen as the T2i, T3i, T4i. It's a 3-inch screen. Takes SD cards. This, as I said in an earlier video, probably about $200 for the body now. Currently, I got back the 18 to 200 millimeter lens. I bought my sister-in-law a T3i for about $440 on eBay. Probably about average. I probably could have done a little bit better. It came with a message in the fine print that said if the camera goes to $500, then they'll throw in the 18 to 200 millimeter. Right now, this is my favorite kit lens. You can get this new for $600, which I would not recommend. You can get this used for $300 or $350, which is getting better. But you can also find this in kit deals or package deals with older cameras like the T2i or the T1i. So it's nice to have this back on the camera. It's a nice lens. It's got the lock. It's got stabilization. It's definitely a good keeper for if we move her body up to a T3i. There's a lock button up there for the 18 to 200 millimeter, which I think makes it a lot easier to carry around with you. Once again, because it doesn't do this. And it will do that when you're walking around with the old 18 to 135. That's probably why they added the lock button to the new version. Obviously the goal is to get back down under 3, preferably 2.8 and better in f-stop. But this has always been a good starter lens in my view. The first thing you can do to spruce up your XSI is to get a grip. Get a grip. For about $25 you can pick up a grip for the XSI, which is a great little investment, I think, in order to not only double your battery life, but allow you to pack AA's if you happen to be shooting somewhere where you don't have access to electricity. These are not Canon grips. They're made. This one's made by Meike, M-E-I-K-E. It lets you have 2 batteries instead of 1. Let me talk about another great upgrade for the XSI. This is the 50mm 1.4 f by Canon. When I got this lens, it was in the $400 range. Now you can get it just under $300. I recommend this over the 51.8, even though I've never owned the 51.8. I have tried to focus with it in the camera shop, and it's got a little tiny focus ring on the front. I don't care how many points of autofocus you have, you will be manually focusing at some point, so you want something with a good solid area of grip for the focus ring. So that's why I say if you can skip over the 51.8, or you started with the 51.8 and you want to move up to the 1.4, is there a huge difference in focal length? Probably not that much, but this is definitely a better feeling lens with a manual focus ring that you'll definitely enjoy over some of the kit lenses, over the feeling of some of the kit lenses and the 51.8. Alright, so let's put this 50 on this XSI. Always hold your camera down. You don't want dust dropping from above and getting in the camera, although you don't want to keep the lens off of it for very long either. Match up the red dots because it's an EF lens. So putting a 50 on your camera is definitely a refreshing feeling in a way if you're used to a long lens and carrying around a lot of weight. If you just have this 50 on and I take this battery grip off, you've got quite a light little camera in the XSI. It's probably why it's good for people with not very big hands or someone who doesn't want to lug around a lot of weight, or just a camera to start with. It's a good size small DSLR. Now of course if you put this 50 on a crop sensor, you have to multiply the millimeter by 1.6. Yes, it's still a 50 millimeter on a crop sensor body, but what you're really getting is about 80 millimeters in focal length. That's kind of close to do any kind of photography work indoors, where you're trying to get a lot of your subject into the picture. You're not going to get a few friends to step together and get in front of a 50 millimeter anywhere indoors. You're going to have to be able to back up about 20 feet or more to get a group of people into a shot with this lens on this camera, or also any of the Rebel cameras. So this is a great flower lens. It's a great portrait shoulder and head lens of one person, because 80 millimeters is pretty ideal for shooting models. It brings out, if you have any angles in your face, it definitely kind of softens them out and makes you look more attractive at 80 millimeters. So this lens, a 50 millimeter, whether it's the 1.8 or the 1.4 or the 1.2, if you can afford it, is really great on a cropped body for shooting portraits. It's never the first lens that you should get for a cropped body camera, however, like I did with my 60D. I think a 24 or a 17 or a 28 is a better walk-around lens for a cropped body. Basically, that's the ways you can, I think, spruce up a XSI. Thanks for watching. Check out DSLR Nerd for more videos, and if you like this content, please subscribe. Remember that every ad you click on buys more diapers. Now it's time on DSL Nerd when we dance.